A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Tua going to throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Tua to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 89 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First play's a run with Nwangu, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mon. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, you got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action here. Mon. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do it.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 21.
He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here's Tua.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. touchdown. Justin Jefferson, the second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a give to Edmonds. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. Because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Bond going to throw it.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
136 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
30 yards. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, Huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On first down, Edmonds. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Edmonds. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. And even 90 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Wentz on third down. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mon now off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Mon. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around the touchdown.
Complete at the 1. Justin Jefferson, a
the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now wins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19. Wentz. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Mond. Going for Jefferson downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson,
41 yards.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Now, once again, the Vikings are going to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster? And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Ibbenagany going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Allen.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked
Patriots are going to have it here at their own 15.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of deep
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.